My name is Wendy. I am a stylist at Frances Grace Salon working with Bumble products, and this is my lovely model Kayla, and we're doing a chignon, which is a fancy or loose bun. So Kayla has natural wave to her hair, and she already has a little bit of hairspray in her hair, but I like to use hairspray, Does It All hairspray, which is a great flexible hold, or if they need a little more volume, Bumble thickening spray, which gives the hair a lot more hold and grip, so that if you have finer, thinner hair, that would be a great way to layer the hair in sections. So go ahead and look down. So we're going to start with a high ponytail, and I already teased the front part of her hair a little bit, and she wears it slightly to the side, so we're going to end up doing a little bit higher bun. First thing I need to do is separate the hair, and I'm going to keep adding hair to the middle. I'm going to take a little bit of hair from each side. Using my natural boar bristle brush, it's going to make the hair smoother. And I'm just going to comb it straight out. And then I'm going to add another section. And I'm just going to keep adding to my ponytail. And I never let my ponytail go, I just keep adding. And you can, if you want, you can add a little bit of hairspray section by section to add some volume. And another section. And you can make this as messy or as neat as you want. We're just going to make it a little bit messier today. And another section. You just want to keep adding to your section. If you want this to be really smooth, you're going to do a little bit neater partings and a little smaller partings. And you're going to build your hairspray each section. And we're adding. If you want to leave a little bit of pieces on the side, that's fine. So I'm never letting go of my pony. And this is my last section. So I'm adding, taking the front part of the brush and just smoothing, adding it to the back. I'm not pushing really hard, I'm just pushing real light. Adding this last little section. So I got my ponytail where I want it to go, and now I'm just going to add the hair so it looks a little bit neater until I have it the way I want it. I was going over this way a little bit, right? And you can part the hair anywhere you want, but you want to establish that at the beginning because the hair is not going to move once you get it in the ponytail. So now that I like my ponytail, I'm going to fold my hand palm up really, really tight. I'm going to grab the hair, and sometimes you have to regroup and redo your pony. I'm using a bungee, which is an elastic band with little hooks on either end, and this is going to allow me to hold this large amount of hair. A regular ponytail will not hold this much hair. So it will hold it much better. I'm actually grabbing onto the elastic part, not the hook, twisting it all the way around as much as I can, and then hooking it in. So it's hooked in here, and it was hooked in here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some hairspray, a light spray, and then I'm going to clean up everything else. If you want this to be really, really neat, this is the time that you would really take your time and take the spray and make everything super neat. So we're going to redo the bungee. And this is how you get the hair perfect if you want a bun for a recital or you're doing a fashion runway. You get all those little hairs in there. And you don't have any bunching. I'll hold it as tight as I can. So I'm going to do this again. I take my hook I hook it in, pull it around, hold it as tight as I can. You doing okay? Mm-hmm. And hook it in again. So now it's right where I want it to be. It's not going anywhere, and it's holding her large amount of hair. Great substitute for a regular ponytail. I take a small amount of hair and I'm going to spray it for a little control, and I'm going to wrap this around the ponytail so that totally hides the pony. And I take a little bobby pin and just tuck that little end away. So she could wear it like this if she wanted to, and this is a fun fashion pony. It looks pretty just like this, but we're going to continue on and do the chignon. A little light hairspray. This is a flexible hold hairspray, the spray to mode. Bumble hairsprays are all very flexible. And I'm going to divide her hair into 2 sections because she's got a lot of hair, so if I do too much at once, it's a little hard to wrap. I'm going to divide this into 2 sections as well. A little bit of Does-It-All spray. And each section I'm going to turn clockwise. We're going to do a twisty braid. And I'm going to turn it clockwise until I get it going, and then I'm going to cross it over the top and continue to keep twisting and crossing over the top at the same time. That's how you get a twisty braid. So turn it clockwise and then go across the top. And go all the way down until you run out of hair and put a little rubber band to secure it. And I like to do blonde rubber bands on blonde hair, white rubber bands, black on darker hair. So everything stays hidden. And my little bobby pin fell out, so I'm going to redo this little piece. Don't be afraid of hairspray. Hairspray's your friend. You can spray as much as you need. You can never spray too much hairspray. Is that okay, Kayla? Okay. So I got one, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Just divide it into 2, put a little light hairspray. That helps control any flyaway hairs. If I was doing a really neat bun, this would probably be wet with hairspray. So I'm twisting, doing my twisty braid, clockwise to the right, and twist over. I'll keep twisting and turning. And it shows off all her beautiful highlights. You can see. And put a little rubber band on the bottom. It's okay that it's not all the way to the bottom. If the hair is layered, we'll tuck those pieces in later. A little bit of hairspray will help tuck these little pieces in as well. Now we're going to take and wrap this around for our chignon. So just go ahead and wrap it around. And you can make it as loose or as tight as you want and tuck away anything you don't want to stick out. And I just use my hands as a guide and push it to the head. And I'm using some hairpins to secure it. So the hairpin, you want to go, I'm going to be going this way, so I want to start the opposite way. I grab a little bit of hair and a little bit of hair to grab, and I'm going to push it the opposite way. And these are nice because they slide right in, and they don't show as much as a bobby pin. A little bit of hair here, a little bit of hair there, and push the opposite way. And I'm going to do about 4 or 5 of these. One on the bottom. And if your client says ow, just take it out and repin it. Because sometimes it might poke them. Okay, is that okay? Mm-hmm. I'll do a little bit of spray. I'm going to take my next piece, and you can wrap it this way, you can wrap it this way. Really just have fun and do whatever feels natural, whatever you like the look of best. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. Tuck this under. You can kind of manipulate the hair to do what you want it to do. And just place your hands, and then take your little hairpins again and start pinning. And if you've never done this before, just practice. A little bit of practice makes perfect. And another pin. So I don't really let go until I see what it's looking like and what it's doing here. I tuck this under. This little piece here, I'm tucking this under a little bit, and I'm pulling this over so it kind of hides the little rubber band. And you can also stretch it by pulling with the hairpin. You can pull a little bit that way too. So then it all balances out. So don't be afraid of an updo. You have a lot of control over it. Okay, a little spray. And a little bit more over this way. Okay, Kayla? Mm-hmm. Okay. I still want to hide that a little bit. A little bit more there. Beautiful. So there we have our little bit messy loose chignon. Put it on this side. And there's some of that. Very pretty. And there's the chignon.